This 14th century fortress is one of the best preserved Italian castles. It is located at the southern shoreline of Lake Garda in the village Sirmione, and it is called Castello Scaligero di Sirmione in Italian. Named after the Veronese della Scala family, it served as a defensive post of the whole territory of the region Veneto. The Della Scala family ruled over Veneto, except Venice, from 1262 to 1387, in total 125 years. No doubt it was a powerful family. The fortress was part of a greater defensive system, which included the fortress of Peschiera del Garda. Interested in that? Check out my video about it. I was here a sunny morning in July 2024 and was among the first in line. I highly recommend visiting the castle early because when I exited, the waiting lines were long. Yes, I get it. It's all made of boring stone, but hey, how cool isn't a medieval castle? To just be able to visit this as a tourist after so many years, I mean, that's just so fascinating and fun to me. I just love these old castles. Sometimes I wish that I lived in medieval southern Europe during the Middle Ages, but after some thinking, I probably have it much better now in modern Sweden instead of being wiped out by some infectious disease before I even turned 30. That is to say, if I even would have made it out of the first months after birth. Would you have wanted to live or work here? Now, it is just a very cool, well-kept ruin, but imagine how it looked back in the days when it was fully functional and served its purpose as a defensive fortification instead of a tourist destination. The castle entrance is reached via a ravelin, a defensive structure that guards the castle gate and overlooks Piazza del Borgo in Sirmione. From the main courtyard, passing through the southeastern tower, you can access the walkways that encircle the courtyard, connecting the three corner towers. Anyway, I thought that this bridge was kind of cool and majestic. It is time to tell a scary story now, so let me now introduce you to the ghost of the castle. The Scaligero castle of Sirmione is enshrouded in an imaginative legend. According to an ancient local tradition, in the past it was home to the young aristocratic couple Ebengardo and his beloved wife Arice. On a stormy night, the knight Elaberto del Feltrino asked for asylum and was immediately captivated by Arice's beauty. Determined to have her at all costs, Elaberto went in search of her and attacked her. But Arice fought well with all her might and Elaberto killed her. At that moment, Ebengardo arrived and, at the sight of his dead wife, drew his weapon and avenged her. Since then, it is said that the ghost of Ebengardo wanders through the rooms of the castle in search of Arice. Alright, legend aside, I want to mention the port of the castle. It is a small one, but a very interesting one, with a lot of history. So, it is actually world famous, something that maybe not everyone knew when I visited the castle the same day as I did. I am sure that this Doe didn't know about it. The small harbour once provided shelter for the Scaliger and Venetian fleets and remains the only surviving example of a 14th century fortified port. The docks have an irregular shape, likely designed to shield the waters from the northern wind. The port is connected directly to the castle, and I managed to find a great spot just above the harbour. I took a moment and looked out over the lake, worrying about the oncoming thunderstorm that I had got a notification of. No thunderstorm came, but later, when I got back to my hotel in Peschiera del Garda, it started raining heavily. I wonder if this man thought about the weather warning or something else. It has not always looked this beautiful. In fact, over the centuries, the port was left to its own destiny. It got buried by debris and was covered by the 19th century. The restoration work began in 1919, and after that, the water came back. The restoration was extensive, but had support from the Lombardy Region Museum. Officially, it opened to the public again in 2018, and I hope it keeps being open. This is worth saving to the future. The southern side of the castle provides access to the 37-meter high keep, which was originally the castellan's residence. Next to it is the soldiers' dormitory, the garrison. The crenulations on the keep were fully reconstructed during restoration work around 1920. From the top of the main tower, visitors can enjoy a breathtaking panoramic view of Lake Garda. But be advised, it is only accessible via stairs, some quite steep. When I reached the tower, I had a fun time zooming in and out on people and buildings. I sort of felt like a paparazzi trying to get a photo of a celebrity. But let's talk more about the history of Sirmione. The oldest traces of human presence date from between the 5th and 4th millennia before Christ. From the 1st century before Christ onwards, the entire Garda region, including present-day Sirmione, became popular resorts for rich Romans, mainly from Verona, then the main Roman city in northeastern Italy. The poet Catullus praised the beauty of the city and told about his villa. During the last centuries of the Roman era, the city was fortified to defend the southern shore of Lake Garda. The city was still inhabited even after the Lombards conquered northern Italy. Around the year 1000, Sirmione was probably independent. Very close to the castle is also a famous Roman villa that you can visit. I wanted to visit it, but it was closed. Because my hotel was not in Sirmione, I was not able to visit it the next day when it was open, although I saw it from the ferry from a distance but did not grab my camera in time. Maybe next time I visit, because I will surely visit Sirmione again someday in the future. The Lake Garda region offers a lot of history and small towns. This time I only visited the southern part, but I felt that it has so much to offer, and the next time I want to have more time on my hands so I could visit other parts of the lake. I really liked that it has a lot of small old towns and villages. I really had some fun and relaxing days in this part of Italy. If you want to also visit a bigger city, Verona is very close and you can get to towns in Lake Garda via bus or train. Now, I hope that I have earned a subscription or like from you. By doing that, more people will be able to see this video and experience this historic castle and town. I did this traveling alone, and it was perfect for me. But this is also the perfect region to visit if you are traveling with someone or your family. As I said before, I will return. It has a special place in my heart.